My great coin collectors, history buffs, and treasure hunters. Now, in the second history of Liberty Lincoln, we're diving deep into a little copper coin that you've probably walked past 1,000 times, the 1983 Liberty Lincoln 1-cent coin. But hold on. Don't let its tiny size fool you. This penny may seem like pocket change, but it carries a surprising story, fascinating historical significance, and believe it or not, it could be worth far more than just 1 cent. Yes, you heard that right. Some 1983 Lincoln pennies are valued way beyond their face value, and in some rare cases, they've sold for thousands of dollars. So, if you've got a jar of old coins stashed away, you'll want to check if you've got one of these valuable gems hiding inside. In this video, we're uncovering everything you need to know about the 1983 Lincoln cent, its history, design, composition, errors, market trends, and most importantly, how much it could be worth today. So stay tuned till the end, because this might just be the most valuable penny you never knew you had. Part 1. A look back in time, the history of the Lincoln cent. Let's start at the beginning with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, and not just a symbol like liberty or an eagle. For decades, the Lincoln penny was made from 95% copper and 5% zinc. But then came a big change. In 1982, the United States Mint decided to cut costs. Copper prices were rising, and producing pennies was becoming more expensive than the coin was actually worth. So, in mid-1982, the composition was switched to a copper-plated zinc core. That means 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. And that brings us to 1983, the first full year that all Lincoln pennies were made from the new, cheaper copper-plated zinc alloy. While it might seem like just a standard year in the Lincoln cent series, 1983 turned out to be anything but ordinary. Part 2. Design and features. What to look for. Now, let's talk design. The 1983 Lincoln cent features the iconic right-facing bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, of the coin. Above his head is the word Liberty, and to the right is the date 1983. Depending on the mint location, you might see a small letter under the date, either a D for Denver or no letter at all, which means it was minted in Philadelphia. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely at the coin's details, especially on a well-preserved example, you can even spot a tiny image of Lincoln seated inside the memorial, a unique detail not found on many coins. Part 3. Mint marks and mint locations. Know where it was made. In 1983, there were 3 major mints producing Lincoln cents: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; Denver Mint, marked with a D; San Francisco Mint produced only proof coins, with an S mint mark. The majority of 1983 pennies you'll find in circulation were made in either Philadelphia or Denver. The San Francisco coins are typically proof coins made specifically for collectors, not for general circulation. Part 4. The famous 1983 era penny, the copper planchet mystery. Now here's where things get really exciting. Most 1983 Lincoln cents were made from copper-plated zinc. But a few mysterious errors slipped through the cracks at the mint, and they were accidentally struck on the old 95% copper planchets from before 1982. These rare era coins, known as 1983 copper pennies, are incredibly valuable. Why? Because they were never supposed to exist. If you happen to find a 1983 penny that weighs 3.11 grams instead of the standard 2.5 grams, you may be holding one of these rare copper era coins. That tiny difference in weight can mean a big difference in value. Collectors go wild for these kinds of errors, and auction prices have reflected that. One such 1983 copper penny sold at auction for over $23,000. Yes, a penny that sold for more than the price of a brand new car. Let that sink in. Part 5. Other rare and valuable 1983 varieties. Aside from the copper planchet error, there are also some well-known varieties and errors that can increase the value of a 1983 penny. Double die reverse DDR. This is when the coin's reverse side shows signs of doubling, especially noticeable in the lettering, such as 1 cent or United States of America. A sharp DDR in great condition can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Off-center strikes. If the coin was misaligned during striking, parts of the design may be off-center, and these error coins can be worth $50 to $200 or more depending on severity. Bubbles or blisters. These are more common on copper-plated zinc coins, caused by gas trapped beneath the plating. While they're technically mint defects, not all are valuable, but extreme or unusual cases may interest collectors. Part 6. Current market value. What is your 1983 penny worth today? Now let's talk numbers. What is a 1983 Lincoln penny really worth? Face value: 1 cent if it's common and heavily worn. Average circulated condition: around 17 cents on the market today. Collectors often buy them in bulk. Uncirculated condition MS60 to MS65, between $1 and $10. Mint state red coins MS66 to MS67, these can fetch $20 to $75 and some even more. Proof coins from San Francisco, worth around $2 to $10 more if graded highly. 1983 copper era penny, over $10,000 to $20,000 depending on grade. 1983 double die reverse. These have sold for $100 to $1,000 plus depending on condition. So yes, your 1 cent coin could actually be worth a lot more than its face value if you know what to look for. Part 7. How to identify valuable 1983 pennies at home. Here's a simple checklist if you want to dig through your own change or coin collection. Check the date, make sure it's 1983. Look for a mint mark. P no mark D or S, use a scale. Weigh the coin. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams. Zinc ones weigh 2.5 grams. Use a magnifier. Check for doubling on the reverse. Inspect for oddities. Off-center designs, bubbles, and cracks. And of course, if you're unsure about what you've found, take your coin to a reputable coin dealer or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Part 8. Turn your pennies into profits. The 1983 Lincoln penny is a shining example of how even the most ordinary coin can hold an extraordinary story. From the switch in materials to the rare and mysterious copper errors, this little cent is full of history, intrigue, and potential value. So the next time you're sorting through your change, don't overlook that old penny. It might just be the key to your next treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and value, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a discovery. Got a rare penny story of your own? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and remember, sometimes the greatest treasures come in the smallest forms.